Hello friends, in today's class we are going to discuss about salt breeze. Salt breeze, it is a part of a electrochemical cell. And what is the composition of electrochemical cell? That has been discussed in our previous class. In an electrochemical cell, there are two containers like this, and in the first electrochemical cell there were two electrodes used. One was zinc, another was copper, and they connected through voltmeter to measure the potential of the cell. And these two electrodes dipped in different types of electrolytes like copper sulfate and like zinc sulfate, and this work as an anode, this work as an cathode, and you know very well, anode favored oxidation, cathode favored reduction. And these two half cells connected through a inverted U-shaped glass tube, and that is known as salt breeze. So this is our today's topic of this class. What is salt breeze? How it constructed? What are the application? This thing we have to study. So the first introductory part of salt breeze is that the salt breeze is a inverted U-shaped glass tube which connects the two half cell of electrochemical cell. Now, what is the composition of salt breeze? Composition of salt breeze. In the composition of salt breeze, it is a inverted U-shaped glass tube containing an electrolyte it means either KCl, KNO3, NH4, NO3, etc. K2SO4 also. In agar-agar or gelatin. Agar-agar and gelatin. Inverted U-shaped glass tube containing an electrolyte like potassium chloride, potassium nitrate, ammonium nitrate or potassium sulfate, any one of among these, in agar-agar or gelatin. Agar-agar is a algae material. Algae, prepared from the algae, so it is known as agar-agar. This is in semi-solid phase. Semi-solid means as per the requirement it convert into solid as well as into the liquid. It present look like that curd, solid as well as liquid. And gelatin. Okay. Gelatin is a chemical substance which also present in semi-solid phase. So this is the composition of salt breeze. Now, the second thing is that what are the requirements to construct a salt breeze? The requirement for the salt breeze requirement for salt breeze. Requirement for salt breeze. The first requirement is we require an inverted U-shaped glass tube, and second we require an electrolyte, any one among these four. But inert electrolyte must be there. This is the first requirement for composition of salt base. Second, the mobility of cation and anion of inert electrolyte must be same. The mobility means the movement, the speed of cation and anion. Okay. There is a mathematical formula also for the mobility of an ion, that is ionic conductance upon Nf, number of electron into Faraday. The mobility of cation and anion of inert electrolyte must be same. The speed of cation and anion of that electrolyte must be same. This is the second requirement. Third, the anion or cation must not react to the electrolytic solution of cell. Means the anion or cation of that inert electrolyte should not react with the electrolytic solution of the cell. Fourth, the anion or cation should not decompose in the cell. Means the anion or cation should not further decompose in the cell. So these are the four requirements for the construction of a salt bridge, and especially this requirement belongs to the inert electrolyte of the salt bridge. Means we can say which type of inert electrolyte or electrolyte we must select for the composition or construction of a salt bridge. That electrolyte should follow these four conditions. Now, so this was the composition of salt bridge, and this is the requirement of the salt bridge. Now, the next thing is that function of salt bridge. What are the function of salt bridge? Function of salt bridge. The first function you are observing that it completes the circuit. Without this salt bridge, the circuit will not complete and it will not flow the current. So the first function of the salt bridge, that is, it completes electrical circuit. Second is it maintains electrical neutrality of half cell. Now, this is very important point. It maintains electrical neutrality of half cell. Electrical neutrality means the positive and negative charge must be equal. Now look at here. In the first case, zinc sulfate is there, and we have explained that zinc sulfate convert into Zn2 plus along with SO4 2 minus ion, and further zinc atom of the electrode also converting into Zn2 plus ion. So we can observe that in this solution the concentration of Zn2 plus ion increases and the concentration of sulfate ion is constant there, but in the respect of the concentration of zinc ion, the concentration of sulfate is less. It means there is an increase of the positive charge at this anodic cell. So to maintain the positive charge of this anode side, the negative part of this inert electrolyte of salt breeze, suppose we have taken KCl. So the negative part of this KCl means Cl minus moves from this place to this compartment, and neutral the extra increases positive charge. At the other side, copper sulfate, CuSO4 decompose into Cu2 plus SO4 2 minus, and Cu2 plus ion gains electron and convert into Cu. So all the positive ions of copper converted into solid copper. Due to that, the concentration of sulfate ion increases, means negative charge increases. So as soon as the negative charge start to increase, the positive species of this inert electrolyte, it means here potassium, moves to this cathodic compartment, cathode side, and maintain the extra increases sulfate ions negative charge. So this is the meaning of the maintenance of electrical neutrality. So these are the two functions of salt breeze. It completes electrical circuit and it maintains electrical neutrality of half cell. I hope you have understand this concept.